This is my audience. Today I will be talking to you about juvenile arthritis, and juvenile arthritis is a disease where it leaves kids not to be able to play at recess with their friends or not ride a bike, and it leaves them in a lot of pain. And according to National Institute of Arthritis and Musculoskeletal and Skin Diseases, about 294,000 American children under the age of 18 have arthritis. And these children do live in pain every day. It doesn't go away just for one day or so. It's a constant pain they have to deal with. And this young girl, Jada, she's about 7 years old, and she was diagnosed with juvenile arthritis when she was 1.5. And she grew up with pain in her legs and her feet and had to go to the hospital every 4 weeks. And she had to take three separate medications every day, and she even had to go to chemotherapy so she could just attend school. And I got to know Jada very well because of the sorority Alpha Omicron Pi, and they deal with the juvenile arthritis very closely. And today I'm going to cover what is juvenile arthritis, how it impacts families, and the steps to finding a cure. So let's talk about what is juvenile arthritis and what makes it juvenile. Juvenile is it's the inflammation of joints in children. So arthritis is like in grown adults that their joints hurt and their knees and their arms hurt, but children get this specifically when they're little, and then it just develops over time and it gets worse. And the symptoms of this are their joints and muscles are in a lot of pain and they're very stiff, and their hands, knees, and feet also do swell a lot, and they can also lose their sight. So a bunch of kids who have juvenile arthritis will wear glasses and even have to go through therapy to check their eyes out. So here's an example of a hand. So you have one right here, which one is not inflamed at all, and then you see this one. This one does have juvenile arthritis, and it's their joints all on their hands, so it will be their entire finger and also their hands that are very swollen. And it limits them very much compared to other kids. Like, it's very hard for them to participate in even going to sports or doing stuff that all their friends can do. And according to Ronald's juvenile arthritis story by the Arthritis Research, his mom stated, despite shattering diagnosis that has confirmed him to the sidelines in sports, and at times in life, he has found a glimmer of hope to stay in sports by working towards his dream to become a sports broadcaster. So even though this kid can't go out and play sports due to juvenile arthritis, he's still going into the path to still want to work with sports. And now let's talk about how it impacts not only the kids but also the families as well. And a huge part of this is the cost of it. So medication alone, just one medication, can range from $200 to $500. And test devices and surgeries can also range from $2,300 to about $35,000. And that's the very bare minimum for one single thing that need to be done. So it is very expensive just to have your kid not be in pain anymore. And that was cited from the economic impact of juvenile idiopathic arthritis. And they have also support systems for the families and children, not just one of each, but they provide camps and family days. So they have these camps all over the world that all families can go to, and that's where you share your stories of how your kid has it and how you deal with it. And it makes all of them bond together and actually decide how they should pursue the steps with their kids and how to actually deal with it. And lastly, let's talk about finding a cure for this awful disease. So the Alpha Omicron Pi Foundation is a huge part of the juvenile arthritis, and that's how most of its money got set up. And they do this by doing runs and walks throughout the year. They do a Jingle Bell run in the wintertime where you could dress up as Santa or elves or anything, and then you run, and all the money that is donated gets to this research. And next is treatment that could possibly cure it. It's physical treatment and occupational therapy. So by going to therapy, it does make their joints less stiff, and it does make them not in so much pain. Even though it is going to be a permanent disease, it helps them deal with it a little bit better. And they do also provide braces for kids whose legs are so stiff and so sore that they can't even walk. So these braces will provide them to do so. And the last part is research. So every year, the juvenile arthritis research gets grants from several different people, whether it's people whose families have been impacted from this or that people just want to donate to this cause. So they get grants every single year. And to conclude, it is a lot more common than a lot of people think it is. Like, most people think that arthritis is only seen in older people, but it is found in a lot of children, and it is very important to know how it impacts families and how to go about it and how to take care of it. And we need to support Jada and have her story be told so she can finally go to high school and potentially do cheerleading if she wants to, and really do whatever she can do. Thank you very much.